Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Elizibar, and you might laugh at this because it's kind of silly. I was cruising around Twitter and I saw an ad, which is weird because I have ad block. But I saw an ad. I'm like, okay, well, it looks kind of interesting. At least I think it was an ad. It sure looked like one. I'd never heard of it before. I'd never heard of Day Comics, so I have no idea what this is. And the premise of the ad was, I think it was like 3 panels, and it was some guy dropping off supplies and then commenting that I can't believe that this monster right here is raising this little girl. Okay, like well, that's kind of a neat premise, you know. A little opposites attract, a little like fish out of water kind of stuff, you know. But ultimately, it seemed kind of like it might be a wholesome read. So I thought, hey, I'll click over, I'll check it out. Then I get here, and there's 55 freaking episodes of this thing. Holy moly! And I came down here, and I was like, okay, you know, I read episode one. I was went in to read episode two, and I got hit with this. And I was like, oh, I guess I'm not going to read any more of this. But I did click into episode one, and we'll just come up to the top here. I can't believe that it's remembering like where I am on these other tabs, and you can totally read the comic from here. So I'm a mom. This is a world where there's like crazy monsters. You got people hiding out, trying to not get eaten by the monsters. Okay, kind of like a Walking Dead setup type deal. Although the monsters, I think I got a picture of one somewhere. Yeah, the monsters are totally weirder. They've got like mouths with heads and stuff that are growing out of them, and all kinds of crazy things. There's a little bit of gore, but mostly the gore is kind of abstracted away, so you're not presented with it. It doesn't seem like the kind of comic where that's the case, but you can see the desperation on people's faces. And she is particularly desperate. Is this the one? Yeah, because there she is, very pregnant. She's been bitten. She's bleeding. She's gonna die. And she's just trying to hang in there long enough to deliver her baby. Wow. What a start to a comic, man. What a way to start your story. Like, this is super intense. We got zombie apocalypse type stuff, people getting eaten, and we have like this very personal tragedy unfolding. It's kind of heavy. Somewhere in here, she's got like a line of dialogue like, I hope my baby survives. I got to get her out before I turn into a monster or something like that. Well, fast forward a few years. We're in an apartment building. There's a little girl. She's terrified. And you kind of got some of this spoiled when I clicked over. We're totally spoiling this comic, this episode one. There are 54 other episodes of this thing. You could go check them out if you're really into this platform. Oh, I hate using words like that. Platform. So she's hiding, and boom! Very wholesome. So the whole comic really is I think it's meant to be more of a comedy, kind of a wholesome, funny thing than anything else. Totally fish out of water stuff. You have a monster trying to be a mom, and here it is. Here's the monster mom doing fun stuff, doing typical mom things with her little girl who was being born a couple panels down from this. It's surprisingly wholesome material. I got two problems with it. One is they want me to create an account just to read a webcomic, which that ain't happening, dude. So I will never know what happens in the other 54 chapters of this. I will probably forget about this, except as a fond memory of, well, that was a funny and cute comic. Second problem, the vertical scrolling thing, man. I don't even know if this would look good on my phone. I respect people that consume their comics in this format, but the endless scroll style comic just doesn't work for me very well. Otherwise, I like this comic. It had great pacing in this one chapter that I read. The artwork is pretty clear to look at, generally pleasing to the eye. Maybe it's not super advanced or whatever, but come on, what do you want here? Not everybody's going to sit down and be like Mark Silvestri and put in 16,000 lines on this guy's face. That's insane. But the art does a good enough job. You get the monstrousness of the monsters. You get her desperation, the facial expressions, and then this great use of color because look how dark everything is in this comic up until this joyful little moment here of a mother and daughter spend some quality time together. It was a lot of fun. I don't know anything about this comic. I don't know anything about what Day Comics is. I know zilch. But I do know one thing, so I guess I know slightly more than zilch. And that was I enjoyed this one chapter that I read. And if I didn't have to make an account to read the rest, I would probably come in here and read all the free stuff that didn't require an account, which looks like that would get me to episode 5. What a great monstrous mouth, huh? It looks cool. Anyway, you all take care of yourselves. Kind of a late night comic book review or something, I guess, but whatever. Take care of yourselves. Have a great one, and bye bye.